New at 10, a Fountain Hills Town Council member is accused of chasing a code enforcement officer in his car, among other ethics complaints. Tonight, he faced calls for sanctions and punishment. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly spoke exclusively to that council member about the allegations. This as the council voted to push back the decision on the sanctions.
That decision led to frustration in a very divided room. Half of those in support of the council member facing these allegations. The other half think that he should resign. Councilmember Alan Skillicorn of Fountain Hills is currently facing 3 ethics complaints filed on behalf of citizens and some members of the council he sits on.
I feel like that he's being targeted unfairly.
Alan Skillicorn is ruining our reputation as a town.
Both sides attended Tuesday's council meeting, but when you ask Skillicorn for his thoughts on the complaints,
the allegations are baseless. It's a political smear. They're just doing this to embarrass me.
One of the complaints was filed in part by Beth Culp, claiming Skillicorn waged personal attacks on her and others, including blocking people from his social media and making several inappropriate posts.
Where he said very threatening and adverse things about members of the LGBTQ community.
According to these documents, no ethics violations were found in this instance because of free speech.
I was shocked.
However, violations were found when Skillicorn reportedly went after a code enforcement officer for taking one of his political signs that these documents say was illegally placed. The complaint says Skillicorn, while in his car, aggressively followed the officer, flashing his high beams at him. The officer says he felt unsafe and didn't stop. He felt threatened. Your response to that?
Well, I think it's ridiculous. Frankly, the person is violating my civil rights.
The other found violation was at this council meeting back in January, when Skillicorn had this to say to his fellow council members.
Let's go down the row. Have you been lobbied or had ex parte conversations? I have the floor. I'm sorry.
You have an accusation to make, and
no, I'm just curious. Is there anyone here who's taken
bribed?
campaign cash from Sandor?
Oh my gosh.
Alleging the council had inappropriate conversations and took money from a developer.
But there is questions that need to be answered.
While no decision was made Tuesday, those in attendance will be back to see what the council has to say.
Realize that he's wrecking our town and resign.
And they're focusing on stuff that they should not be focusing on.
The decision on these ethics complaints will happen 2 weeks from now on the 19th. Councilmember Skillicorn did threaten to take legal action against the town if sanctions are given. We're in Fountain Hills. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
All right, Chase.